Well, this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be doing an unboxing at the start of the video, and then I'm going to be actually creating a mosaic. Now, I received some of these beautiful ceramic pieces. They're all handmade from a company called Mosaic Inspiration, and they've arrived quite safely. Look how beautifully packed they are. I had a really great time going to their website and having a look at what they've got, and I placed an order with them. Now, I'm going to be using these in this mosaic that I'm going to be creating, a letter B, and it's a walled shape, and this came from MERLIN MOSAICA, along with the Grout Buddies as well. Now, these Grout Buddies help your fingers, or help protect your fingers when you're grouting. So once I get this up to the grouting stage, I'll use these and let you know what I think of them. Now, I have already created a couple of these walled shapes before, and I did a letter H and also a letter P, but each one did have different tessa in them. So anyway, stay tuned. I'm going to come back and we'll have a look at this beautiful stock that I got from Mosaic Inspiration, and then we'll get into creating this letter B mosaic. Wow, just wow. These are going to be so good to use in the mosaic. They're so beautiful and so cute and so colourful. And this is just a fraction of what Mosaic Inspiration actually does make. Deb has so many different varieties of things. She's got flowers, she's got cars, she's got motorbikes, she's got caravans. She's got so many different varieties of these that it's well worth checking out her website. And look at these. Aren't these just so funky? Look at that. We can put smaller ones in there, smaller circles. Just going to be so fun to use. And these will make great fillers as well for a mosaic where you want a bit of whimsical additions to your mosaic. And this cat, super cute. Look at that. And the same with this beautiful Dalmatian dog. And these beautiful colourful blue ones, very whimsical, but it's going to be perfect for a boy's mosaic, because we know when it comes to doing girls' mosaics, very easy to use, very easy to get the tessa for, because you've got flowers, you've got beads, you've got crockery that you can use. But when it comes to a boy's room, it's a little bit more difficult. And you know, look at these cute little aeroplanes. So cute, and they're going to be so much fun to use. And look at these kites. They're so good. And the hot air balloons as well, and they come in so many different varieties as well, because they're all hand painted and those colours can change. And the ladybugs, they're going to be so good to use. And of course, there's a different range of vehicles as well. There you go. Maybe some smaller ones. These are so cute. It would take a while to actually paint all these because there's so many different colours used. So don't forget to check out Mosaic Inspirations. Have a look at their website, because they truly do have so many different items that you could use in so many different types of mosaics. And also check out MERLIN MOSAICA if you're looking at wall shapes or perhaps some other mosaic items as well. Well, this is the layout that I'm going with, and I think it looks really quite good. I have actually cut a few of these ceramic pieces down because I wanted them to actually kind of not be full pieces in there, because by cutting them down it adds a bit of interest and depth to the piece. So all I did was I actually just got the full piece, put it on the edge there, got a texture marked where I wanted to cut it, and then I got a glass scorer, scored along the line, got my double wheeled nippers and cut it on that score line, and it broke beautifully. I did of course have to clean up that edge a bit more because it wasn't as nice as that, but it turned out really good. So I've done a few of those here and there. Now I'm looking at filling in these gaps with this beautiful iridized blue and white or wispy glass here. And if we flip it over, it's not iridized, but it's a beautiful blue and white sky glass. So I'm not sure which side, but I'll probably end up and go with the iridized, because I really do want this to be a very colorful piece, because it's for a young boy's room, a baby's room. So I'm really looking forward to actually finishing this piece. Now I'm looking at using Mac glue to actually adhere these ceramic pieces down. Now at the time of filming, Mac glue is no longer being produced. They are working on a new formula, and hopefully that will be out eventually. When, I don't know. But there are many other adhesives that you can use in place of Mac, and one of them is Prep Multi-Use Adhesive, which is an Australian product. But like I say, there's so many other types of adhesives that you can use. So I'm going to start adhering these pieces down. And I'm going to just pop a little bit on the back here. Won't need much. Just put that there and stick it down like that. Same on this one here. A little bit much there, but that'll be fine. Now what I'll do is I'll let this set up and then we'll come back and start filling in. Whoops, I didn't do this one. And then we'll come back and start filling in the background. Well, I cut up a few strips from that stained glass for the background, and then I've cut those strips up further into smaller pieces by just using my SeaBell double-wheeled glass nippers, which I absolutely love. These are super light, super comfortable, and they are just a fantastic tool to use. But remember, they are only designed to be used with glass, so don't use them on any ceramics, any type of ceramics at all, just glass. So all I'm going to do now is really just get a piece of this. I'll turn this around so that I can actually see what I'm doing. And I'm going to need a piece like that. And I'm going to now just gauge where my cut is going to be. So I've kind of like visualized it, and hopefully I'll be pretty well on the mark. I'm not sure, but I hope so. So I'll just move this out the way. And remember, small nips when you're cutting this shaping, small nips are the way to go. I'll just get this out the way. No, definitely more. Better, and then I'll just take it across from there to there. It's perfect. Now, because this is going to go in a children's room, I'm actually going to just take a little bit of the edge off here. I can use the grinder, the stained glass grinder, or I can actually also use my diamond sanding pad. But because the grinder's just near me, I'm just going to use that, just lightly just go over it. But I'm really happy with the fitting of that. All right, I've just given it a slight little grind just on the edges to smooth it out. But what I'm probably going to do is use my diamond sanding pad. So all I'm going to do now, that's for the future one. So all I'm going to do now is just pop a little bit of glue in here. Not a lot, because I'm using MAC and you don't need a lot of that. Just push it down. And that's about it. There you go. And that will fit okay in there. So I'm going to now just cut out. And I know my finger's getting in the way, but I'm just going to cut out that circle there. And cut out a bit more. That's it. And because that's a very small piece in the corner, I won't worry about giving it a bit of a sand down. There you go. Well, this is what I've completed so far, and I think it's looking really, really good. I've still got quite a way to go, but like all mosaics, you just keep chipping away at it and you get through it. Now, I'm using the stained glass grinder for certain things with this mosaic, but in other things, like if I'm going to be doing straight pieces of glass, I've got this bowl of water with this diamond sanding pad in, and I'm just rubbing the straight piece of the glass onto this diamond sanding pad, and it just takes off that sharp edge, and I find that works really, really well. Now, I've also put some stained glass into some of these circles here. This has got Sapphire gold in that, which is a glass tile. It's a beautiful glass tile, and these will give it a little bit of an area for your eyes to rest because there's so much colour in it. And I think this will be a good resting place for your eyes when you're looking over this letter B. So I've got to, when I finish, I've got to paint the edges, which I knew that because I did that with the other letters. And but that will be last after grouting and everything. So I'm going to continue on, and then we'll come back either when I've done a bit or when I've actually completely finished doing the tiles, and then we'll be up to the grouting stage. Well, I finished adding all the tessera, and I've given it a bit of a clean to remove any texture mark off it and also any blemishes. And I think it's looking really, really good. Now I'm up to the grouting stage, and I'm going to be using Litokol Translucent epoxy grout for this piece. Now I'm also going to be using these Grout Buddies as well, because these will help protect your fingers. And this is the first time I've given them a bit of a try, so I'm going to see how well they work. Now I'm also going to be covering those with my gloves. And, you know, this is just my preference to do that, but I do like to use gloves when I'm grouting. So I'm going to be putting these on, and away we go. So I'm going to now go and mix up the epoxy grout, and then I'm going to come back and I'll do some grouting. Well, I'm ready to apply the Litokol Translucent grout. Now just be aware, this is not going to be a full tutorial on grouting with this product because I've produced one before, and I'll put a link up the top of the screen here that will take you to that link. So anyway, let's get into it. I'm just going to now apply this. We need to get into all those grout lines, and also probably on screen too, this blue, the background blue, is probably looking a bit darker than what it actually is. It's actually in between a dark blue and a light blue, but it actually looks a bit darker on screen. And the Grout Buddies that I'm wearing on my left hand actually is quite comfortable, I must say. Now when it comes to getting in between these edges here, I don't want to dig out the grout out of the grout lines. So I just get the sponge, and I just get my little tool here and just use that to get in there. Even though I know that there's tessera in there, but in some places where it's been very, very small lines and I can't put anything in there, then I've just allowed the grout to fill it up. There you go. Works really well using the sponge and this tool. This is an excellent tool, this one. It's got a flat end or semi-curved flat end here and a bit of a pointy end there, but not too pointy. Some of them are really pointy, and I find most times I don't need that. Now in here there's a bit of cleaning because these are actually a bit smaller, and I probably should have raised them a little bit, but it will still work anyway. Well, the mosaic is finished, and I think it looks really great. I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. And as you can see in the video, those lovely reflections showing up in that beautiful stained glass, all those focal pieces in the stained glass just cleaned up beautifully. Now on the back, I added a piece of framing wire and also a couple of D-rings, which is going to make it very easy to hang up on the wall. So I think overall, I think this is going to be a very colourful piece that's going to create a lot of interest for the child to look at, looking at all those beautiful focal pieces. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you've taken something away from it. If you have a comment, please put a comment down in the comment section of the YouTube channel and let me know what you think of this piece. And if you saw value in the video, please share it far and wide. And if you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one. Keep creating and enjoy.